Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Run Your Day podcast. As always, my name is Dan Hafner. Welcome to another week of the Run Your Day podcast. The theme of this week will be reflection, and today's topic inside of this theme is inflection versus reflection. Thank you very much for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
All right, everyone. Thank you again for joining. Today is Tuesday. I apologize, first of all, for missing a show yesterday. There were a whole bunch of other extenuating circumstances that came up, and I was unable to do the show. So I apologize for that. I'll do my best in the future to keep that from happening. But thank you again for joining today. Thank you for sticking with the show. I really appreciate it. And I got some good shows on tap for you here this week. So the theme of this week is reflection. I chose this theme because I think it's a very good thing for us to reflect, pause, and actually appreciate things every once in a while. We get so caught up in our lives and so caught up on doing the next thing and going to the next place and just grow, and go that we're a lot of us are very bad at not taking the time to appreciate, to pause, reflect. Everyone always kind of does this, I feel like, around the holidays. Everyone, becomes thankful for things on Thanksgiving, and you kind of forget about stuff for the rest of the year. So it's good to every once in a while, at least, every week or every month, to really take some time to pause and reflect. And the first topic I chose inside of this theme is this topic of inflection versus reflection. So there is a difference, right? There are two parts to this. So reflecting is looking backwards, right? It's looking back at the past, at what has happened, at a situation, or just overall in your life, just kind of looking back at, say, every week you do a reflection. You look at what happened in the past 7 days of your life, whether you're looking at the whole picture, whether you're looking at just inside of your fitness, inside of your marriage, inside of your job, whatever it is, you're reflecting on things. Now, we don't actually grow, we don't actually improve if you don't learn from your reflections, if you don't actually take what you've learned or screwed up and implement it and fix it and course correct it. So that's reflection, right? It's looking backwards. Now, inflection is completely different than that because inflection is looking inward, not backward. Inflection is really analyzing your own thoughts, your own feelings, and kind of turning inwards to find revelation or to kind of search your own feelings, almost kind of like if anyone's seen Star Wars, you search your feelings like the Jedi do and stuff. But it's kind of that along that topic, right? And I realize like a lot of people might not be like this. If you're an extrovert, this might be foreign to you. If you're an introvert, this is what you do all the time. So it can be different for everyone on different levels, but I still think it's beneficial to inflect, probably more often than you reflect, because a reflection is more of like studying the results, like what were the actions I took and what were the results of that. That's reflecting. Inflecting is more of like why or what am I feeling and why am I feeling this way and how is it affecting what I'm doing. If you're constantly finding yourself feeling depressed or sad or lonely or any of those feelings, like it's going to show in your results. But if you find yourself inflecting on something and you're happy and you're ecstatic and you're joyful, it's going to show in your results as well. So, we are a product of the stories that we tell ourselves. And the more that we inflect on those stories in our minds, the more revelation we can get and the more, progress we can make in our lives, because the more you dig into yourself, the more power you can find in yourself. Like, I can't think of a better example to use, honestly, than the last 3 months of my own life. Like, there have been times where I have dug so deep inside of my mind and honestly inside of my heart to just find things that I had buried down way deep inside of me for the last 20 years of my life. And the amount of power that you can access when you do that is truly incredible. Like, it's absolutely unbelievable, the level of power that you can find. Like, it really is. If you once you learn to get out of your own way, things really open up for you. And that's really one thing that I've realized about myself, is I've always been in my own way. And I hope some of you out there can relate to this. If you might be capable of great things, but if you're in your own way, you're not doing yourself any favors. You can't you can't win a team sport as an individual. You can't have, like, I always loved football and baseball, because there's multiple people playing on a team, and you can have a standout, and they can carry you so far, but you have to be cohesive as a team in order to fully succeed. You can't just have one, because if one person gets hurt, or one person doesn't show up, the rest of the team's deficiencies are going to shine through, and it's going to show that you're not prepared. And the same applies in your own life. If you are super strong in one area, like you're just crushing it at your job, you're just working late, you're just doing stuff, you're just absolutely crushing it, you're crushing it in fitness, you're just working out for 2 hours a day, absolutely killing it. It might show up in other areas of your life where you'll be short, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your parenting, or whether it's something. Like, you can only do so much in life. And I think it's good to pause and reflect on yourself and be like, okay, you know, where am I excelling, and where am I, falling short? And maybe how can I balance those out better? Because, I don't want to say life is all about balance, but balance is very, very important in life. And if you don't really learn to teach yourself how to find balance, no one's going to teach you that. They don't teach in school. Nobody's going to sit down and be like, hey, this is how you balance your life. No, like, you have to figure this out on your own. And it takes some time. It really does. And maybe you've already figured that out. And if you have, then good on you. But, for a lot of us, especially in the younger generation, like, it's taken a long time, to actually find, a purpose or a meaningful direction, and actually feel like you're contributing to something. And both reflection and inflection can help you get there. And it's not something I feel like a lot of people do. You're just kind of on to the next thing, on to the next task. And if you take the time to pause, reflect, or inflect, you'll reap the benefits. It's like instant, you know. And I know that our generation is all about that microwave mentality. It's all about instant results. So my challenge for you today is to think about how you can be better at reflecting. How can you be better at inflecting? Searching inside of yourself for ways you can improve, but then also looking backwards at yourself from a different view and analyzing your results from an objective point of view. So that's my challenge for you today. Again, thank you very much for joining. This is the Run Your Day podcast. It's going to wrap up the show today. I'll have another couple episodes for you this week. I'm going to try to still squeeze in the 5 episodes. I know I missed yesterday, but I'll try to get an extra bonus one in for you there one of these days, or maybe even I'll make it on Saturday. Who knows? So again, thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate all your support. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you'd like to contribute to the show, we'd also love to have you as well. And that's going to wrap up the show. I appreciate you for joining, and we will talk at you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.